al-wahda, oneness, being together, having harmony. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam talked about this. Was he wasting his time? La, Mustafa alayhi salam didn't waste his time. When he talked about the relationship of a believer to another believer, he expresses them as being kajasad al-wahid, like one body. Like one body. Check out the parable. Understand the mithal, the example. The believers in relationship to one another. Relationship into their mercy and their affection to one another. Like one body. One body. That if one part, one adun, one member of that body aches, then all the body stays up all night out of fever, whatever, being unable to sleep. One member of the body is disturbed, all the rest of the body is disturbed. One member of the body is hurt, all the rest of the body is hurt. One member of the body is in difficulty, all of the body is in difficulty. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, the believers are like a building. Bunyan marsus, a building. One brick supporting the other brick. One brick supporting the other brick. Bunyan marsus. Back to the basics. If we can't have unity, and all we have is disunity, if we can't get along, and all we do is differ, then we have no understanding of Salafiyya. We have no true understanding of Salafiyya. And it's a false claim that we're making. And it's a false claim that we're making. To say Salaf, Salaf, Salafi, like it's some Sufi dhikr. Salaf, 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 that, Taza. Anyone can do that. Salafi is an implementation. Salafi is a dedication. Salafi is a resolve to be upon the deen that Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali was upon. Radiyallahu anhum ajma'in. Where's this asl? How is it that is mentioned in all of the books, or the vast majority of the books, and we don't practice it at all? We walk by it like it's nothing. Like all of those nusus are nothing. Or what's that ayah? وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold to the rope of Allah together, no separate. Y'all heard that. Now, akhi, you heard it, but when are you going to implement it? Now, akhi, you heard it, but when are you going to reflect upon it? Now, akhi, you heard it, but when are you going to resolve to implement it in your life, to bring it into the waqi', to bring it into the reality? Let us see the fruits of what your tree bears. Let us see the reality of that which you claim. Every one of us in this room believes and knows from the bottom of his or her heart that Islam is the means of success. There's no success without Islam. And we know that for every deviant group, for every group that ascribes itself to Islam, there's only really one group that is upon Islam, and it is the Ta'ifat al-Mansura, the victorious group, and it is the Firqat al-Najiyah, the saved group, and it is Ahl al-Hadith, Ahl al-Athar, it is the Salafi. But where, or when, or how did this matter get cut up? Where did we get played? How did we go wrong? What did we misunderstand from what we read? Why can it not be implemented and brought into reality? Why can it not be implemented and brought into reality? Back to the basics. Back to the basics. How many of us take our children and teach them the deen of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala? Why do we seem to think that the next Abu Bakr of the Ummah is coming, or the next Umar of the Ummah is coming, or the next Uthman of the Ummah is coming, or the next Ali of the Ummah is coming, or the next Khalid ibn Walid of the Ummah is coming, or the next Sa'id ibn Waqqas of the Ummah is coming, or the next Abu Uways ibn Jarrah of the Ummah is coming, or the next Ibn Taymiyyah of the Ummah is coming, or the next Ibn Qayyim of the Ummah is coming, or the next Muhammad Wahhab of the Ummah is coming, or the next Al-Albani of the Ummah is coming, or the next Ibn Taymiyyah of the Ummah is coming, or the next Muqbil of the Ummah is coming. Where are they coming from? Out of the sky. Out of the sky. One day we're going to wake up and they're amongst us. Or they're coming from our line. They're coming from our progeny. That is the wombs of our wives that have to bear them. And it's us and them. The husband and wife team. The husband and wife team. The Salafi tag team that has to raise them. She does her part and you do your part. Teaching a child from the time when its fingernail starts to grow. Where's Allah? Ya Bunay, my son, where's Allah? Ya Bunay, my daughter, where's Allah? When they answer that Allah Ta'ala is over the throne, over the heavens, above everything, then you're doing your job. Teaching the children Tawheed. Teaching the children that which is easy to teach them of the Sunnah. Teaching the children to remember Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala constantly, much as is possible. Developing them a love for Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala that is beyond or cannot be equal to the love that they possess for anything else in existence. Developing for them and them a love for Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, a love that is more than they love any man in existence, including their father. This is where we know we're going back to the basics. Be steadfast upon the way of the Salaf and be aware of the misguidance of the Khalaf. The Sheikh wanted to talk about basics. Most people, when they see the title, would thought that we were speaking about Ahl al-Bid'ah and warning against Ahl al-Bid'ah, and not sitting with Ahl al-Bid'ah, and not talking with Ahl al-Bid'ah, and not befriending Ahl al-Bid'ah, and don't pray the funeral prayer of Ahl al-Bid'ah, and don't salam Ahl al-Bid'ah. This gathering was meant to remind us that there's more Salafiyah than what we think it is. More to Salafiyah than how we portray it. More to Salafiyah than what we show. More to Salafiyah than what we're doing. More to Salafiyah than how we're expressing it. Brother, it's higher than that. Brother, it's higher than that. It's greater than that. It's stronger than that. It's clearer than that. It's better than that. And it starts with having a solid foundation. You cannot build anything without a solid foundation. Anything built upon a crooked or imbalanced foundation would what? Would fall.